We do meditation now. Before I go to Dhamma talk, I want to welcome Robert back. Okay, Robert Gonzalez is one very best member before. He's very good. He been the few people before, and he practiced loving kindness, loving compassion a lot. I remember him. He and the nun, they have program to buy the bottled water to distribute for the homeless people in downtown. And they have program, they go to poor area to give clothes to them and food for them on the special occasion like elderly people. So welcome you back. And he's a martial artist, teacher too. He teach martial art, a very good person. Come back, okay? Because we built the new shrine, so we want to be part of that, to help to develop the temple, to maintain the temple. If you see the temple is a common property, okay? It doesn't belong to monk or nun, it belongs to everybody. On the Sangha, the Sangha, that's you and everybody. So practice together if you love Buddhism. So now we go to the Dhamma talk. Please join me to invoke the name of teacher 3 times. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. You see, from yesterday, today, a lot of things about the lunar calendar New Year. It's not really this thing, I have to tell you this thing. On the teaching of a Buddha say one thing, Buddhism is adaptable to the country. Buddha never see Buddhism like a structured religion. It be rigid like the other religions. They have a dogma, you have to stay the original teaching. Like Buddha teach even the precept. He said the precept can change it according to the time, the place. And Buddha is a fantastic teacher. He is a very good leader. He's not practiced like a dictatorship. He never say that I make this precept because I'm the Buddha, you have to follow me. That he never do it. Every time somebody make a mistake, he get the consensus for everybody, all the monk, all together, disciple. They study the case. Why that person make a mistake? And they analyze it. How the mistake, how the severity of mistake. And they go to the solving the problem, how to do it. After they get it, they get consensus and they present the Buddha. And everybody vote on that and they make it the precept. So it's a parliamentary system. The Buddha is the first leader in the human history. He adopted the parliamentary system. He never said that I'm the leader, I have the authority to say that, do that, you have to follow me. He never said that. All of you have responsibility to do it. So that way we can help the community. That's a fantastic idea. So every time Buddhism go to any country, it changes it. It have a local flavor. When Buddhism in India is different, Nepal is different. You go to China, it changes it. Because they have the culture there and the Chinese. They have the Chinese culture. They adapt it. They have Confucius. They have all kinds of things, Taoism, all kinds of things. They mix it. They change it. They go to Tibet, the same thing. Tibet have a bond religion. They change a little bit. It go to the Western country. It become WBO, Western Buddhist Organization. It changed, it adapted. That's the teaching of Buddha. So we see that Buddhism advanced, adapted the country to the culture. It's not fixed, it's not rigid. So we see that. So I want to present you to something in here. It's not from my part of the country. I'm from North Vietnam. The nun, she's from the South Vietnam. Okay, many of our members here, they're from Central Vietnam. Vietnam is a small country because due to lack of communication, transportation, they live like a different area. The dialect is different. My North Vietnamese is different from the South Vietnamese, Central Vietnamese. And when I was educated in Buddhism, my teacher, he's from the South. So I learned the South Vietnamese Buddhism. Okay, so I tell you how about these things, the representation. Buddhism is very symbolic. Okay, very symbolic. Buddha teaching not only by verbal teaching, he teach by body teaching, by example. Okay, many types, the mind, the verbal, and the body teaching. In here we have a lot of things from the South. Why you do that? It's a lot of good things, okay? Like you see all these fruit and things here. What it means? Like a fruit here, they have 5 different fruit, okay? 5 different fruit. What is? That's the wish for the new year. 5. Dừa, that means the coconut. In the South, they call it dừa, okay? That means enough. And the papaya, that means đủ, that means sufficient. Xoài, that means the mango. All the 5 fruit, that means they wish you the new year, you have enough to spend. Enough, money to spend. That's a wish to them. And here, mangkou, here the tree. That they call it mangkou. That means enough satisfaction. And enough satisfaction. And if this one, that's the sufficiency. Okay? You have everything you needed. And the peach there, that's longevity. And fertility, productivity. Like a woman, they want to get pregnant, they want to have family. That's their wish. And the other one, the star fruit. The star fruit, that means, the development. If you have something, it gets better and better. Okay? And here the plum is represent happiness. This one here, the peach tree, that's the longevity. So all these things, that's a wish for you. So when you come to the temple, the first 3 days of the temple, they have all the wishes for you. And people say that, some people, they misunderstood Buddhism. They said Buddhism is so pessimistic. They talk about death, about suffering. It's not true. Buddha teaches life very pretty, very beautiful. Human life, human being, they are good looking. They are good. In Buddhism, we have never said anything about negative. We look at the people, we look at them, they are pretty, they're good looking. They're nice inside and outside. Okay? Life is pretty. The world is very pretty. We never see the world ever ugly or nothing. No. Buddha teaches life is pretty. The world is pretty. Human beings, they are pretty. They're nice. It's on our mind. The Buddhism is mind-centered religion. Everything from your mind. The things up here on the things up here outside is from your mind. Your mind condition it. Okay? You have a good mind, everything is good. You have a positive mind, everything is good. You have a negative mind, you have a bad mind, think bad, everything look bad. But usually, inherently, people, they are good. They look at things, they're very good. They look a positive way. When you are a nice person, you look at the other person, you see the other person, they're nice, they're very friendly, they're friendly to you. But if you're not a nice person, you're a hostile person, you look at people, oh, they could be my enemy, they can be that thing, that you mind. But a normal people, they said, no, everybody nice is friendly, they like my family. I took them like my family. Everything is nice, everything outside so nice, so pretty. I respect the ecosystem. I keep the ecosystem because it's good for us, not only for me, for my future generation, my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren. We do it. We leave behind all the good things for the future generation. Everything is positive. So that's the Buddha's teaching. Everything is very. So people, they say you that Buddhism is pessimistic. No, we are not. We are very opportunistic. We see things the good way. Okay? When Buddha teaches the suffering, it doesn't mean that he said that suffering. He said dissatisfaction. He said be careful. You to attach things, you're not happy. And Buddhism is that you learn how to liberate yourself, the freedom. You see, in our countries, we have a liberty. In other country, we cherish the liberty. And Buddhism, Buddha teaches you freedom too. You liberate yourself from attachment, you become free. You become very happy. So we have nothing that's negative. We have nothing negative, nothing pessimistic at all. You look at the family, the same thing. They said the family is a good, you know. If you are good, your family is good. And he teaches us how to love ourselves. Some people thought, oh, you love yourself, that means you're egoist? No, we're not. We're not selfish. You take care of yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually. You become a good person. And you become a good person. Who will benefit? You benefit yourself. So Buddha always teach you, help yourself first before you can help your people. If you cannot help yourself, being a good person, being a happy person, being an independent person, how we can turn around to help your loved one? And after your loved one, the people you don't know, the neutral people. And then lastly, the people they were your enemy before, you help them too. You help them. So it's the total happiness. So Buddhism is extremely positive. And Buddha teaches you how to depend on yourself, self-dependence. You don't depend on anybody. Some religion, said, oh, if you believe in that, you're saved. You don't believe, you go to hell. In Buddhism, no. You don't have to believe in Buddha. He never asked you, you have to believe me, you have to worship me, you have to, do something that way I save you. He said, no. Who saved you? You save yourself. By your good action, by everything you do yourself, you save yourself, you elevate yourself. He said this one, he said, to be born as a human being is a blessing. Why? Because only human beings, they have a human intelligence, they can elevate themselves. Animals, they're intelligent, but they don't have that capability. You understand? Dolphins, they're intelligent, they don't have that capability. The gorilla, the chimpanzee, they're intelligent, they don't have that ability. The dog, they have that very intelligent dog, but they don't have a human intelligence. They cannot elevate themselves. So we are very blessed to be born as a human being. And we don't use that. That's our fault, that's our decision. If you decide to use it, you can elevate yourself. You could bring yourself up to a higher level, and you get the total freedom. Okay? So that's the teaching of the Buddha. And today, I talk a little bit about the Mahayana and the Hinayana. Before you know that, they said Hinayana, very pejorative. You know, they look down on that. But it's not true. That's a step of education. Like, for example, yourself, you call it general education. Some country, they believe general education, very low level. I remember when I was young, the communists, they come in, they teach people how to read and how to count. They call it general education. Just to read how to count. That means lower than level, a little bit higher than kindergarten, like first grade, because the people, they don't know how to read. So they call it general education. In our country here, it's a 12th grade. Okay? It's a high school. They call it general education. So the Buddhism, the same way. They have a general education. When Buddha first teach, they teach the basic thing, basic Buddhism. Okay? So the people in the Hinayana or the Theravada, they first learn the basic thing Buddha teach them. So they said they reach the level like nirvana. They stop it. They said that's the education, that's enough for them. That's a plenty of Buddhism. But after that, Buddha said, no, we can advance it. We can study more. So we have Mahayana. We have more to study, more to fulfill. Like after you get education, general education, 12th grade, your father, your mother said, no, you can go higher. You call it higher education. You go to college. Okay? So it's exactly like Buddhism. After you reach the level of Theravada, you go higher. You reach your Buddhahood. Buddha said, you can reach my level. You become Buddha like me. Okay? So go to Buddhahood. So that's the reason why we have more to practice, to study, more to do than the Theravada people. They are good. They reach that pretty high level, but we get a bit higher level. So Buddha introduced us to many more Buddha, like the Hinayana or the Theravada. They don't have medicine Buddha. They don't have Avalokitesvara. They don't have Amitabha Buddha, because their level is only Nirvana. They stop there. So what they know the historical Buddha. They know the 12 disciples only. That's all. But after the rich level of Nirvana, Buddha said, no, we go higher. So we bring in more teaching. So you have all the Buddha, many other Buddha, many other teaching, many other sutra. The Hinayana, the Theravada, they don't have Lotus Sutra like we have. We have a Lotus Sutra. They don't have it because that their ceiling is that. They don't have they have the basic teaching before. Okay, we go higher. So today we chant the medicine Buddha. Why the medicine Buddha? We say Buddha is a wonderful teacher. He knows that Buddhism is very profound, difficult for the people to understand. So he go different way to teach it. If you teach only the theory, people very difficult to follow it. So after that, he said, okay, he have Amitabha Buddha. What's Amitabha Buddha? This is another concept, the Pure Land. It's a school of Buddhism. Pure Land is another concept of teaching. You go to that, you want to study more, you go to Amitabha Buddha school. It's a school, you go in there, you apply that, you keep studying until you graduate. Okay? That's another. And today, we chant the medicine Buddha. It's medicine Buddha because Buddha wants you to be healthy physically, emotionally, spiritually. So he have a medicine Buddha. Medicine Buddha is another Buddha that another teaching. So we can learn to take care of ourselves. Because Buddha teaches us how to take care of yourself. Okay? You see this medicine Buddha, he knows the people, they are poor, they're enough clothes to work. So medicine Buddha have the vows to bring the food for them to eat, to give the clothes for them to that, the medicine for them to take care of themselves. So he teach, he give us loving compassion. Okay? That's another teaching. So he chanted the medicine Buddha. You understand what his goal that he teaches, that he have this one here in your life. You can have a medicine Buddha to help you, to stay healthy, to be happy. You take care of yourself. After you die, for some reason you not reach a level of that, no to Nirvana yet, you go to Amitabha school. You go in there, apply that. You go in there, Amitabha is another teacher. He will teach you until you graduate, until you get enlightenment. Have a 9th grade of education. The first 3 grades, like elementary, and the 3 other grades is like a middle school, and the 3 last one, like a 9 to 12 grade, like a high school. Okay, you graduate from that, you go to college, you graduate, you get enlightenment. That's the teaching, that's the philosophy. The way Buddha teaches, wonderful teaching. You can benefit, everybody can benefit from his teaching. He's not the type that, oh, I teach only the devout people, I teach only the good one. I left behind the one they're not intelligent, the one they're bad. In Buddhism, we have no bad people. Even the bad people can become Buddha. They said the killer can become Buddha later. The butcher can become Buddha later. Not only the good one. The good one is very easy for you to become Buddha, to elevate yourself. The bad people, they can get out of the badness. They become better and they become Buddha later. You see, in the history, like in Buddhism, we don't have go to hell for life or for forever. We don't have that kind. Some people, they make their mistake, they make their sin. They serve their time, like in real time. In real life, if we make a mistake, we get convicted, we go to jail. But we don't go to jail for life. Even if you give for life, have parole. The parole, and then after that, they decrease your time. And one these days, you get out. You become a good citizen again. You become a legal citizen again. You can vote, you can do something. You can stay as a good citizen. And you die as a good citizen. In Buddhism, the same way. The bad people, okay? They commit something. They can go to hell. Yeah, they serve some time in hell. After they get out of hell, they become human being again. They can improve themselves again. And they get out of the circle of birth and death, and they get enlightenment. So it's very positive. If nothing, you don't go hell for forever. In Buddhism, we don't have hell for forever. Hell for some time only. Okay? And everybody can get out of that hell. If they want it, if they decide it, they can get out of hell, they can get out of the hell. So, if you read in the Buddhism, butcher can become Buddha, killer can become Buddha, rapist can become Buddha. Yeah, the rapists, they go in jail, they serve time, they get punished. After punishment, they get out as a clean citizen, they can start over and get out of that badness they do. So they're very positive. That's the Buddhism. Okay? So today, we chant in the Vietnamese custom, we chant the medicine Buddha for the whole month of January to wish everybody good health, okay? Physical health and mental health. Everybody be happy, everybody be healthy. That's all, we want everybody to, not only for ourselves, our family, for everybody. Everybody, no illness, no sickness, no mental disease. Every God, that we chant. Because The medicine Buddha, he have 12 vows. You read it in here, you see the 12 vows. What that 12 vows? He wants you not to be hungry, enough to eat, enough to have clothes, everything, all the necessity of that, and stay happy. That's his vow. And he said, I want to become Buddha, but only time I become Buddha if you have the same benefit as me. For example, you have a beautiful body with 32 beauties, like me. 80 good aspect, exactly like me. So he said, not because I'm the Buddha, I have that, but you can have the same thing as me. Okay? It's a very, very egalitarian. Okay? No, not like only certain people can have it. Everybody can have it if they decide that they want to be that good. Okay? That the Buddhism, that's my talk today about the New Year. I hope that all of you have all the good blessing, the good luck, and it's up to you. You want to be, you will be. Okay, you will be, and everybody healthy, everybody is happy. That's all we wish. Okay. If anybody have any question about my talk today, I will try to answer your question. And on the New Year, we pray that we'll finish our shrine very soon. Hopefully by March or April, we should be able to finish. We have a bigger place. I talked to Master Quang yesterday, today, and to Leon yesterday about maybe we need to expand our parking lot a little bit more, because yesterday a lot of Vietnamese people, they cannot come in because they have no parking for them. The reason that they come late, they work like nail profession. So they get out late, they get out maybe out 8, they come, they have no parking lot. So I talked to Quang and Leon, they said, probably we have to find some place to expand the parking lot to about 100 parking lot. At least we need about 100 parking lot. So we have more for the people. We have a new shrine. We will have more people to come, and we need more parking lot. That's our next project, to have a more parking lot. Okay, we have a land on the other side. At least we can park 20 more cars on the front. I think it's 10 more. And I talked to Quang about moving the peacock on this thing from the other side. We make more parking lot, so we can make like 50 more parking lot. So we should have about 100 parking lot for everybody. That way, it'd be better for the next time. You know, we have more people. We have to have a parking lot, and we have in front. We make like in front. We have 3 parking lot on the side. That we still have land. We can make 10. Parking lot in the front more. So we managed to have about 100 parking lot. That's our plan for the very near future. Have more parking lot for everybody, so they can park their car and come in. Anybody have any question? I will. Yes.
Can you tell me about how the Buddha taught Buddhism? Did he teach it more as a practice or more as a good mindset?
I didn't hear very well.
He asked Buddha, did he teach it as a practice or as a mindset? Like when he was teaching.
What?
When the Buddha taught, was he teaching as a practice or as a mindset?
I guess it's action versus thought. I think both.
Huh. Yeah. The practice and what?
Or like a mental, like a mindset.
Yeah. The teaching of Buddha, I didn't understand your question very much, but the teaching Buddha is he open for you to do it, because he thinks you are very intelligent. You have the same Buddha nature like himself. Okay, so he thought you have the potential. You can do well. If you decide to do well, you can do well. It's everything up to you. Okay, in Buddhism, we believe in the individual. Because you and me, we have the same quality, the Buddha nature. You can do as well as me, maybe better than me. If you have more devotion, you have intelligent faith, you can do it, you can advance it. In Buddhism, there's no limitation, okay? It depends on the individual, okay? If you're a good individual, you have a potential there, okay? So that Buddha is the one. You see, in Buddhism, we learn how to respect each other. You respect me, I respect you. Because I know you have a Buddha nature like me. So I have to respect you. You see, when you bow to a monk, they have to bow back to you. Because that's the courtesy. That's the thing, the mutual respect. You never see any monk, you bow to them, they ignore you. No. You bow to them, they always bow back to you. Because they respect you. Even Buddha, he say this one, I'm the Buddha, you are the Buddha in the future. That means he say this one, he said, I'm the Buddha because I'm older than you. He born 26th century before us, okay? He practiced a lot, he do a lot, so he make it. And he said, you can be like me. If you do like me, you will succeed like me, okay? So there's no difference between you and Buddha. The difference is you're younger, okay? And you get older. If you decide to do it, you can get that way. You can be exactly like him, okay? You can be better than me, like you're young. Sometimes young people, they're more intelligent, they're more dedicated. They can be better than old people, okay? I don't know if you understand. I answer your question. Okay, good. Okay, you are beautiful inside and outside because you're young. You go to Buddhism. I talked to your teacher, Quang. I said, look, Chi Nian is very lucky because he come to Buddhism so young. That means, maybe last life you practice Buddhism already. So this life you continue to do it. We advance quicker, better, okay? We hear in the history, some people, they're very gifted. It's not because they're gifted, they want intelligent, they do last life. Like you read in the history, some people, they become composer, become violinist or pianist at a very young age, 6 years old, less than 10. It's not because they are special, because I think they practiced before. So when they die, he come back to his life, he continue the same path he used before. So it's so good for him to do it, okay? Like for example, baby, you practice Buddhism before, so you come in Buddhism so early. So practice early. In Tibetan Buddhism, they believe in Tunku. Okay? That means the monk, when they die, they said they want to continue it. So they go to come back as another human being and they practice very early. So they succeed earlier. Okay? They have one Tibetan monk. He go to Spain, okay? He near dying. You see one lady. He told that lady, you be my mother. That lady, she said, no, I'm too old already. I have 4 kids already. I don't want to have another one. He said, you be my mother. And sure enough, she became pregnant. And her baby is that monk, he going there. Okay? And when he get out, the Tibetan monk, they find out that they get him, they bring him to Dharamshala, train him. So now he become a very high-ranking monk. I think I saw his picture. He's a white man, but he's in his maybe late 30 now. But he's the next to Dalai Lama, very very high-rank monk. But amazing. And she said, I'm Catholic. I'm old. I'm 4 kids already. He said, no, you're my mother. So he come back as her son. Okay, it's amazing. It's a true story. They have a lot of tunko. Like the Dalai Lama, he become a monk at age 4 years old. They found him. Okay, he was born someplace, and they have the one committee. They go to find him. They find him and bring him back, train him. So he become a young monk at the age about 4. He come in, very very young. But that's the tunko. That's the reincarnation. They come. Many monk they want to come back, like a bodhisattva. Bodhisattva is the one they postpone their Buddhahood. They know they can go become Buddha. They didn't want it. They want to stay in the world here to help the people to postpone their Buddhahood. So they stay. They stay to help to fulfill their obligation to help people before they come Buddha. And because when they come Buddha, they didn't come back anymore. But they said, no, I don't want to do it. I want to serve people a long, long time before I become Buddha. So they decide to become Bodhisattva, that's all, okay? I hope that I answered Rick's question and wish everybody all the satisfaction for the new year. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Now we transfer the merit, we go to chanting. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Any positive karmic action we accomplished today, you want to transfer the body and wish them the alignment. Now we go to chant the medicine Buddha.
Yes, around page 167. Some of the books are a little different. So you can find it to 11. Did you make these books? Some will like it, some will think yeah. Long story. Speech and mind in perfect oneness, I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Listen, listen, this wonderful sound brings me back to my true home. Incense offering. In gratitude we offer this incense to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas throughout space and time. May it be fragrant as earth herself, reflecting our careful efforts, our wholehearted mindfulness, and the fruit of understanding slowly ripening. May we and all beings be companions of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. May we awaken from forgetfulness and realize our true home. The incense in the censer now is burning. All the Dharma realm in every place. I auspicious clouds appearing, our sincere intention thus fulfilling, as all Buddhas now show their perfect body. Homage to the incense cloud canopy, Bodhisattva and great Bodhisattvas. Homage to the eternally abiding Buddha and supreme Dharma and sage Alishanga throughout the Dharma realm and the realm of empty space and free periods of time. Homage to the fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha, Maitreya, honored future Buddha, Manjushri, great wisdom Bodhisattva, universal great conduct Bodhisattva, all Dharma guarding Deva Bodhisattvas, and the magic mountain assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Homage to Amitabha Buddha in the land of ultimate bliss, Avalokiteshvara, great compassion Bodhisattva, great strength Bodhisattva, restore great vow Bodhisattva, and the assembly of great pure sea light Bodhisattvas.
Please sit down.
generation of the Buddha rose from his seat, bared one of his shoulders, knelt on his right knee, and inclining his left and placing his palms together, said to the Bhagavan, world on earth, what we wish you would speak about such dharmas as the Buddhist things, the great vows they made in the past, and their supreme merit and virtue, so that those who hear them will be rid of their karmic hindrances. This request is also for the sake of bringing benefit and joy to sentient beings, and the Dharma imitate the Buddha, then praise the pure youth, Manjushri, good indeed, Manjushri, with great compassion, you now request that I speak about the Buddha's names and the merit and virtue of their past vows for the sake of rescuing sentient beings who are bound up by karmic obstacles, and for the purpose of bringing benefit, peace, and joy to beings who live in the Dharma imitate. Listen attentively to my words and reflect on them extremely well, for I will now answer you. Manjushri said, please to speak, we are glad to listen. The Buddha told Manjushri, passing from here to the east beyond the universe as the sun strengthened and transfer this is the world called pure Vaikuya. The Buddha, there is a medicine master Vaikuya, like the Praga, and equal, and equal, enlightened, and perfect in understanding and practice. Well, God, one who understands the world's supreme Lord, regulating hero, teacher of God's ultimate Buddha, Bhagavan, Manjushri, what the world on earth, what medicine master Vaikuya, like the Gata was practicing the Bodhisattva path, and the master equal great enabled all sentient beings to attain what they seek. The first great vow I vow that in a future life, when I attain supreme enlightenment, my body will shine with dazzling light that will illumine measureless, countless worlds. My body will be adorned with the 32 heroic features and the 80 auspicious characteristics, and I will enable all beings to become as I am. The second great vow I vow that in a future life, when I attain supreme enlightenment, my body will be as bright and clear as lapis lazuli, flawlessly pure, vastly radiant, majestic, with merit and virtue, abiding at ease, adorned with blazing that's brighter than the sun, and the Buddha whose dwelling in darkness will be illuminated and will succeed in all their endeavors. The third great vow I vow that in a future life, when I attain supreme enlightenment, I will by means of limitless unbounded wisdom and skill and enable all sentient beings to attain an inexhaustible supply of material necessities, so that God with not the slightest want. The fourth great vow I vow that in a future life, when I attain supreme enlightenment, I shall lead those sentient beings to practice the enhancement side in the way of Bodhi, and those who travel on the vehicles of the hero of Vaikuya Buddha to abide in the great vehicle. The fifth great vow I vow that in a future life, when I attain supreme enlightenment, I shall enable limitless and boundless numbers of sentient beings who cultivate the path of morality in accordance with my Dharma, to perfectly uphold the three clusters of precepts without exception. Should there be any violation of my name, they will regain their purity and not fall into the evil destinies. The sixth great vow I called sentient beings who are oppressed by many illnesses and who are without a place to turn, without a doctor, without medicine, without relatives, and without a family who are poverty-stricken and filled with suffering to be cured of their sicknesses upon having finding passed by their ears, so they are peaceful and happy in body and mind. They will have a family and relatives and acquire abundance of property and wealth and even realize unsurpassed glory. The eighth great vow I vow that in a future life when I attain supreme enlightenment, if there are women who give rise to a deep loathing for their female body and wish to renounce it because they are oppressed and disturbed by the various sufferings that being female upon hearing my name, they will be able to turn from women into men who are replete with male features and ultimately realize unsurpassed glory. Only the ninth great vow I vow that in a future life when I attain supreme enlightenment, I shall liberate sentient beings from the depths of demons and the bonds of heretical paths. If they have fallen into the dense forest of evil views, I shall lead them to have proper views and to gradually cultivate the practices of Bodhisattvas, so they will quickly realize unsurpassed proper and equal Bodhi. The tenth great vow I vow that in a future life when I attain supreme enlightenment, I shall cause all beings to fall into the hands of the law and are shackled, beaten, imprisoned, sentenced to execution, are subjected to endless disasters, hardships, abuse, and humiliation, so that they are torn by grief and distress and suffering in body and mind, and upon hearing my name, liberation from all worry and suffering by means of my blessings, virtue, and awesome spiritual power. The 11th great vow I vow that in the future life when I attain supreme enlightenment, I shall cause all sentient beings who are so plagued by hunger and thirst that they create all kinds of bad karma in their quest for food, upon hearing my name and single-mindedly accepting and maintaining it to be filled with delicious food and drink, and afterward by means of the flavor of Dharma to settle in ultimate peace and happiness. The 12th great vow I vow that in a future life when I attain supreme enlightenment, if there are sentient beings who are horrid without clothes, so that day and night they are troubled by mosquitoes and flies and by cold and feet, upon hearing my name and single-mindedly accepting and maintaining it, they shall obtain all kinds of fine and wonderful garments that accord with their taste, as well as a variety of precious adornments, flower garlands, fragrant palms, and the enjoyments of music and various kinds of talents, so that all their hearts will be fulfilled. My Tushi fates are the 12 sublime and wonderful vows that the world honored one innocent master faith who realized that the Gata one of proper and equal enlightenment and the Bodhisattva way. Moreover, my Tushi, if I were to speak for any other or about the great vows made by the world honored one that is an master, but you realize that the Gata when he practiced the Bodhisattva way and about the merit, virtue, and adornments of his Buddha land, I could not finish that Buddha land has always been completely pure. There are no women, no evil destinies, and no sense of suffering. The ground is made of a Buddha with golden cords lining the roads. The city walks towers, palace, pavilions, studios, windows, and lattice work are all in the 7 treasures that merit, virtue, and adornments of this land are identical to those of Amitabha, Buddha's lesser and the ultimate spirits residing in that land are 2 Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas. The first is called universally radiant sunlight, and second universally radiant moonlight. They are the factors among the immeasurable, uncountable hosts of bodhisattvas in the planet will be the successors to the Buddha. They are able to maintain the precious virtue of the proper dharma of the world on earth. What beneficent master by Buddha like Tathagata, therefore when you should go within it, you have made your vow to be born in that Buddha's time. At that time the world on earth was again spoke to the pure youth, Manjushri, saying, Manjushri, there are living beings who don't distinguish good from evil, who indulging greed and stinginess, and who know nothing of giving or to report. They are ignorant and unintelligent and lack the foundation of faith. They accumulate much wealth and many treasures and ardently guard them. When they see a beggar coming, they feel displeased when they have to practice an act of charity that does not benefit themselves, and because though they were cutting a piece of flesh from their body and they suffer deep and painful regret. There are other innumerable avaricious and miserably living beings who hoard money and necessities that they don't use even for themselves, how much less for their parents, wives, or servants, or for beggars. At the end of their life, such beings will be reborn among the hungry goats or animals. If they heard the name of that Buddha, medicine master by Buddha like Tathagata, in their former human existence, and they will call that Tathagata thanks for the briefest moment. While they are in the evil destinies, they will immediately be reborn in the human realm. Moreover, they will remember their past life and will dread the sufferings of the evil destinies. They will not delight in worldly pleasures, but will rejoice in giving and praise others who give. They will not begrudge giving whatever they have gradually to those who come to beg. They will be able to give away their own identity and even their entire body, to say nothing of their money and property. Moreover, Manjushri, there are beings who, although they study under the Tathagata, nonetheless violate the precepts of others. Although they do not violate the precepts, nonetheless transgress the rules and regulations of others. Although they do not violate the precepts or rules and regulations, nonetheless destroy their own proper views. Others, although they do not destroy their own proper views, nonetheless neglect learning, so they are unable to but forsake the thinking of the Sutta that the Buddha speaks. Others, although they are learned, nonetheless discredit righteous will be justified over eating pride. They justify themselves and disparage others. Never the proper dharma enjoy the retinue, but even such deluded persons act on their misguided views and further cause immeasurable millions of beings to fall into depths of their thinking. Earthly thinking will drift endlessly in the realms of the hells and animals and the ghosts. But if they hear that they will not master by Buddha like Tathagata, they will be able to renounce their evil practices and cultivate wholesome dharmas, and thereby avoid into the evil destinies of those who have fallen into the evil destinies, because they could not renounce their evil practices and cultivate wholesome dharmas by the awesome power of the past vows of the Tathagata. Get to hear his name for only a moment, and after they pass out of that existence, they will be reborn again as human beings. They will hold proper views and will be ever vigorous. Their minds will be well regulated and joyful, and enabling them to renounce their families and leave the householders' life. They will take up and maintain study of the Tathagata's dharma without any violation. With proper views and intensive study, they will understand profound meanings and yet be free from overbeating pride. They will not slander the proper dharma and will never join the ranks of demons. They will progressively cultivate the practices of bodhisattvas that will soon bring them to perfection. Moreover, Manjushri, if there are sentient beings who harbor sentience, greed, and jealousy, who slaves or servants who are always ordered around by others that you never for a moment feel at ease if such beings in their former lives as humans were the name of the world other one that isn't master but you like that and by this good cause are able to remember it and sincerely take refuge with the Buddha and by means of the Buddha's spiritual power they will be liberated from all suffering. They will be endowed with deep faculties and they will be wise and learned and will always seek us and free dharmas and encounter good spiritual friends. They will eternally serve against the demons and scratch the shell of ignorance. They will dry up the river of afflictions and be liberated from birth, old age, sickness, and death. Moreover, unto Sri they are beings who divide university and engage in legal disputes, bringing trouble to others as well as themselves in their action, speech, and thoughts. They create ever increasing amounts of evil karma, ever willing to benefit and forgive others. They seek to harm one another. Instead, they pray to the spirits of the mountain forest. They will kill living beings in order to make sacrifices of blood and flesh to the Yasha and Nakshasha gods. They cry out the names of their enemies and make images of them and they place those things to be images with little bondage, but they stop and paralysis ghosts and flexions are nothing frustrating ghosts who kill or injure their enemies. However, if the victims hear the name of the innocent, that's their blood to feel like Tathagata, then all those evil things will lose their power to do harm. The evil doers will become kind to one another. They will attain benefit, peace, and happiness, and no longer cherish thoughts of malice, affliction, or enmity. Everyone will rejoice and feel content with what they have instead of encroaching upon each other. They will seek to benefit one another. Moreover, but usually there may be those among the fourfold who simply vicious means of self-sacrifice and opacity as well as other good benefit of your faith to accept and uphold the eight precepts. You therefore might be for 3 months practicing and studying the good deeds, good works, they may not to be born and not be taught of those Western land of wealth. They may blessed to hear the proper dharma, but their resolve may not be firm. However, if they hear the name of the world author, what beneficent master, but Buddha, like Tathagata, then feel their life shall fear before the will appear. A great bodhisattvas whose names are Manjushri Bodhisattva, Tathagata Bodhijashvara Bodhisattva, Krishna Bodhisattva, inexhaustible intention Bodhisattva, Yogodhamara Rapper Bodhisattva, Medicine Peak Bodhisattva, Medicine Superior Bodhisattva, and Maitreya Bodhisattva. Those sacred bodhisattvas will appear in space and show them the way they will naturally be born by transformation in that land of infectious powers of many gods, or they may be born in the heavens due to this cause. Although reborn in the heavens, their original rivers will not be exhausted, and so they will not fall into the evil destinies again with their life in the heavens, since they will be born on like and they may be filtering, drinking over the continents with lots of virtue, ready drinking uncountable hundreds of thousands of living beings to abide in the presence of the 10 good deeds, or they may be born as shotgun prophets, they may persons of honorable families. They will be wealthy with storehouses filled with overflowing assets and appearance. They will be surrounded by a great retinue of relatives. They will be intelligent and wise, courageous, valiant, like great and awesome, execrable, and here's the name of the world author, what beneficent facts they go down like Tathagata, and the picture she will never that can be born as a female. Moreover, unusually with beneficent master by Buddha, like Tathagata, attain bodhi by the power of his past vows. He contemplated all the sentient beings who were undergoing various kinds self-life naturally pick up while others experience self-happy death, he wishes to feel small sicknesses and suffering and to fulfill their wishes. At that time the world offered will enter the somebody called extinguishing the sufferings and distress of all beings. After he entered the somebody, a great lightning forth of his flesh out from the fleshing proclaimed his magnificence and the apple body fashion shackle profane
Skip to the three refuges.
Three refuges. Spiritual to go to second part. Like this part is very long, so we go half of this time, and next time we go to the second part. We go to three refuge now.
I take refuge in the Buddha, the one who shows me the way in this life. I take refuge in the Dharma, the way of understanding and of love. I take refuge in the Sangha, the community that lives in harmony and awareness. Dwelling in the refuge of Buddha, I clearly see the path of light and beauty in the world. Dwelling in the refuge of Dharma, I learn to open many doors on the path of transformation. Dwelling in the refuge of Sangha, shining light that supports me, keeping my practice free of obstruction. Taking refuge in the Buddha, in myself, I aspire to help all people recognize their own awakened nature, realizing the mind of love, taking refuge in the Dharma, in myself. I aspire to help all people flow their master the ways of practice and walk together on the path of liberation, taking refuge in the Sangha, in myself. I aspire to help all people live for full community, to embrace all beings and support their transformation. Reciting the sutras, practicing the way of awareness, gives rise to benefits without limit. We vow to share the fruits with all beings. We vow to offer tribute to parents, teachers, friends, and numerous beings to give guidance and support along the path.